pulls the plug on their electric car. So after a very long 10 years, Apple finally decides to pull the plug on their Project Titan. You see, Project Titan was supposed to be their electric vehicle that they were going to make, a self-driving car that was supposed to compete with Tesla. That's right. They were like, hey, you know what? I see that Tesla's over here making some intelligent technology. They're a tech company, but so are we. So you know what? We're just going to jump on the bandwagon and create an electric car just like they did. No problem, right? Wrong. You see, Apple, they assumed incorrectly that it would be a no problem for them to just jump on the bandwagon and start creating an electric vehicle because they saw that other people were doing it, especially Tesla, because Tesla is a tech company and big tech companies like to butt heads. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, it seems like it. You see one tech company do something, the other one follows similarly in the same direction, right? But the thing is that Elon Musk himself said in 2016 to Apple that it's too late to actually start creating electric vehicles in that field. A lot of people were mad. A lot of the Apple fans or Apple people who buy Apple were like, blah, 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 whatever. Elon Musk, he doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. What does he know from squat, right? Right. And here we are 10 years later, and they realize, oh, all right, guys, it's time to back off. We thought we knew what we were doing here, and we clearly see that it is a little bit too late. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anyone can jump on and start creating an electric vehicle if they want to, but they were trying to create an electric vehicle and the self-driving, and they come to realize that, hey, Tesla wasn't wrong at all. We kind of are far behind in this thing, and they completely backed out of the entire project. Now, don't get me wrong, Apple has tons of money. They have enough money to try to undergo this entire project, but they realize that it's a little harder than people think. They would probably be wasting a lot of money and resources trying to figure out how to make an electric self-driving car because Tesla is already years ahead. And for them to start getting data to do that would be the same thing as other companies like Waymo and Cruise trying to buy super expensive LiDAR, throwing it onto cars, trying to get the same amount of data that Tesla has in a short span of time to start creating these electric self-driving cars. And people don't realize that Tesla is so far ahead that it's literally impossible to catch up to Tesla with the data on self-driving. Even though Apple has a lot of money, they realize that this is just not the field for them to get into. I know there's a lot of diehard Apple fans out there, but Apple has not done much innovation in the past few years. A lot of people would say, oh, yes, they have. But in reality, they haven't. Like, they were doing a lot of innovation, like if you would go back maybe 10, 12 years. But recently, the most innovation they've done was just add an extra camera to their cell phones and maybe like some other features of the cell phone. They haven't come out with groundbreaking things like they did in the past, which was like the iPod years ago. That was groundbreaking. And then, they came out with the iPhone, of course. And even before that, their computers were just immaculate. And they still are the number one bought computers, I would say. But as far as coming up with anything different outside of the realm, a lot of people would say that they've been pretty stagnant. But we can say this, their next adventure is actually, like every other tech company, artificial intelligence. Yes, they abandoned their plans to do the self-driving car to switch over to doing their own artificial intelligence. AI is definitely the biggest trend for money to be made in this time right now. A lot of people don't really get it, and they're like, but whoever figures out the artificial intelligence side of things is going to literally print trillions and trillions of dollars annually. So, like every other tech company, they're all falling in line. Wonder what Apple will do next. Are they going to come out with some new amazing headphones? Maybe some new cell phone down the line? Or maybe even probably some software, because they do have software inside of cars. But are they going to put their software inside of all cars? Or are they going to risk putting their software inside of terrible electric vehicles that actually go out of business? Because you can't put their software inside of Tesla because Tesla has their own software. So it's just funny. I wonder where they're actually going to go next. We'll see what happens. But as of now, they are unplugging from the plans of making an electric vehicle because they realize that mountain is too high to climb. Well, that's enough for today. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow for some more information about Tesla, where the automotive market is going, and big tech. I'll see you guys next time. See you tomorrow.